Hi, welcome to Alive. This is Father Jonathan Meyer. We are in Matthew chapter 14, 22 through 33. And my dear people, we're going to walk on water. Okay? So this passage is one of my favorite passages. This passage actually, I just need to speak from my heart, that this passage actually got me through COVID. Okay? So it's pretty obvious, my dear people, but we here at All Saints don't always do things that are normal. We have a Sunday preparation video program, right? This started in COVID because we wanted people to be prepared for Sunday to celebrate Mass online in their homes. And so our original live program, we had food you could cook, we had art projects, we had coloring pages, and we had these videos, we had discussion questions, and we would have a Zoom call every week with all these people in our parish, and they all had little things, and they would turn them all in, and we would proofread all of them, and then we would put everything up on the internet. And people were like, Father, this is great! And we made it through COVID with that, and we made it through COVID with a lot of really, that was just one of them. But the Alive program birthed out of COVID. Many of you know, but we said Mass outside. Through the grace of God, I drove the Blessed Sacrament for 9 days in a row for the Divine Mercy Novena in the shape and the sign of the cross across our county. We started putting every Mass online. We put 2 holy hours online every single day in the morning and in the evening. We chanted evening prayer. We prayed our hearts out. We began offering confessions in our parish hall in this way so that people would come back in droves to confession, and they did. We figured out a way to alter our traditional 3 summer parish festivals to continue to serve chicken when nobody else seemed to be doing it. And I look back at 3 years ago, and my heart is just thankful for the absolute dedicated parishioners who said we're not going to settle. And when I look at the story of Jesus and Peter walking on water, we have to constantly go back to the fact that Peter was willing to get out of the boat, because it makes no sense. It makes no sense for Peter to get out of the boat. And I truly do believe that all of the other 11 apostles in the boat were telling him not to do it. But he kept his eyes on Jesus, and he walked on water. And people focus on Peter walking, but they often focus on Peter falling real quick into the water. But I think that Peter stood there for a really long time. And if he didn't, that's what I want to believe. Because whether he walked on water for a half mile or he walked on water for 5 steps, the biblical narrative doesn't say. But it does say that he walked on water, and walking normally means more than 1 step. And it's possible. It's possible to not stay in the boat. It's possible to break boundaries. And normal is toxic, and doing what everybody else always does all the time doesn't work. And now there are times when we need to do, yes, so we have to not be radical and take this we do believe in the Most Holy Trinity. We profess that Jesus Christ is true God and true man. Mary is a perpetual virgin. I'm not saying scrap the tradition of the church, but the way that we bring things about often does need to be revisioned. And if our eyes are fixed on Jesus, if our eyes are fixed on him, then thanks be to God. And even when Peter did fall, Jesus saved him. He was walking on water, but the reality is that he was holding Jesus' hand. I'd love to hold Jesus' hand and have him pull me out of the water. That would be awesome. So let's not be afraid. No matter where you're at in your life right now, no matter what storm is there, keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. Don't settle. Don't settle. Know that God is inviting us constantly into new opportunities and new ways. And I think when you look back, when you choose to be different, you can see that fruit is being born, good things are happening, and that God is with you. So thanks be to God for that. And there are discussion questions down below. Feel free to reflect upon them. Start a small group. That would be something different. and let God's grace work in your life. So have a blessed week, and we'll see you back next week.